What's up, guys, and welcome to the best podcast, standing, of course, for bloodshot eyes and sore thumbs. I'll be your host this week. My name is Scott. Joining me is Jacob.
Hey! I'm Jake. I'm here for the coffee, and mostly because I can't sleep, and I recently started a string of underground fighting hangouts. But it's important to know that they're not clubs; they're hangouts. I don't think I can call them clubs.
Well, at least you can talk about them, I guess.
Yeah.
That's not a rule.
Speaking of underground fighting, I love video games, and I'm Jacob.
All right. Well, that's awesome. I love video games, too. I also have Brent as another co-host. How are you doing, Brent?
Hey, I'm all right. Can I share a story real quick with you guys?
Hit me.
It's kind of completely off topic of what we're talking about here, but it's got me feeling young again. I feel like a kid all over again. I was sitting right here in this chair a little earlier, and I felt a fart coming on, and I was like, I'll let it out. Totally shit my pants, guys. I actually shit my pants.
It happened?
Yep, absolutely.
Totally
sharted myself. Oh yeah,
full breach.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like Rainbow Six puke.
Yep.
Puke.
Oh no.
Poop. Puke.
I don't know how I feel about it, but I was in shock at first, but now I'm actually really excited because I have a story to tell about how I shit myself.
It's thrilling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we need to stop recording for a second, man?
No. I took a shower. Everything's cleaned up. It's fine now.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Yep. So.
Would you say the shower afterward was more for your booty or for your soul?
Oh, both for sure.
Little column B. It's like
Yeah,
the scene from The Crying Game.
Yeah.
Showing how old I am.
Wow. I mean, what a way to kick this podcast off today, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so video games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know Horizon Zero Dawn is getting good reviews? And Brent shits his pants as an adult?
No, I don't have a PS4, so I'm
Yeah.
talking about the more relevant story at the moment.
I'm excited for it though.
well, let me ask you this. So, Brent, you shit your pants on a whim, apparently.
Yeah.
If I told you about a new saucy game that might have been leaked and then straight up confirmed today, do you have any shit left in you, or are you okay?
I think I might. My stomach's kind of upset, so
It
I don't
depends
know.
on what triggers the shit response.
Yeah.
Why
I
are
don't
we
know.
cussing so much?
I don't want to.
Well, it's okay. Because, Brent, Jacob, the middle of Earth, Shadow of War, has been shown.
Oh.
Yeah, nice cinematic trailer.
With the hobbitses and the sorcerers?
Mm-hmm. And the elven ghosts.
And my bow.
Now, Brent, you played this, the first one. What's got you excited about the second?
Well, I was really excited about the first one because I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, and I pre-ordered the first one. It came out, downloaded it, and it pretty much plays like an Assassin's Creed. But it's textured of orcs instead of Roman guards or whatever. I don't know.
I got you.
Yeah, and I really like Assassin's Creed games because at first you kind of bumble around with the controls and you don't really have anything, and then as the game progresses you get really, really powerful, and then you can just slaughter hordes and hordes of enemies with essentially one hand. And I find that really fun. Sometimes kind of you don't really have to think about what you're doing, when you can chain with all these combos together and things like that. And that's exactly how Shadow of Mordor, the first one, played, and I had just so much fun with it.
So are they like action RPGs now? Because I've lost track of them.
Yeah, totally.
Before, like back in the day of like the PlayStation 2 and such and all that, when like the Twin Towers and all those games were being released, I thought they had more of like a Diablo feel or like a Baldur's Brawler type of feel. Do they play like a little bit more in depth like Assassin's Creed and such now?
Yeah, because like I said, you can like do these certain moves for certain enemies, and you have to know what you're doing and unlock certain abilities to be able to take on certain bosses or just regular soldiers in the games.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a button masher. At least it can be, or it can kind of be an elegant kind of game, and you know, if you know exactly what you're doing and how to chain these combos and do this and do that, you know, without getting hit one time, things like that.
Yeah.
So
No.
are you a big Lord of the Rings fan?
Sure, you know,
these games?
I enjoyed the
and all that?
movies. Never really read the books. I think that's really the first Lord of the Rings game I ever played. But I got excited again because it looked like Assassin's Creed to me, and that's how it plays. So that's why I enjoyed it so much, I think.
Yeah. Now, the first game was really famous for its Nemesis system.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I never played it. What is that Nemesis system? Because they're saying it's coming back, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Did they confirm that for the next one? I mean, I would be shocked if they didn't put it in there.
Well, it was yesterday. I think the box art was leaked by Target on their website, and I think on the back of the box it said something to the tune of, you know, the famous Nemesis system is returning, or
Okay, cool.
something
cool.
to that effect.
Yeah, so basically how the Nemesis system works is there either you can just randomly run across like a group of orcs, and then you can clearly tell that there's one of them that stands out from the rest of them. That's like the leader or whatnot. And I think it's a 5-tier system. You can pull it up like in the pause menu, and you can see like, you know, I think it's 5x6, so like 35. Is my math off there?
A little bit.
30. Like 30 of these like general orcs, and like the first tier they're like, you know, level 5s, and then it'll go like level 7s next tier, level 10s, and then the top tier is like level 20. And so what happens is when you kill one of these leaders, one of them will take the place and become a higher level, and you know, have more special like armor or weapons like that, and so you can kind of tinker with it and play along to get them as high a level as possible by maintaining like one general that you're going to follow around and killing higher up generals. So then when he progresses up through the Nemesis system, then he's a higher level. And then when you get like level 20 leaders, then when you kill them, you can get you know, special little upgrades that you can add into your guy. That, I don't know, it'll, you know, say something, you know, 20% more damage with swords, or kind of 50% more damage when backstabbing, or certain things like that. It was really fun because it was kind of this whole in-depth thing that was completely not irrelevant to the main story, but kind of irrelevant, that you could completely dive into, you know, getting, you know, the top guys, leaders, the highest level you can, and then basically you can control them, make them work for you, and fight other factions, things like that.
Yeah, so it was like a bigger metagame over the overall story.
I probably completely butchered that. People are probably screaming in their headphones right now. Like, this dude has no idea what he's talking about. It's very confusing.
I mean, orcs and hobbits. I mean, end of the day, if the wizard can call a butterfly to go get Frodo, why couldn't they just fly to Mordor in the first place and just drop the ring in? That's why I don't get Lord of the Rings. I never got Lord of the... You can get off the top of a tower by whispering to a moth, and then an eagle comes and gets you, or something, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think the ring wraiths were flying around their dragons around Mordor, so they'd have just been plucked out of the sky by them.
You can't have a multi-million-dollar movie franchise with that short story.
Yeah. Well, sorry for in the future, when and if anybody listens to this, all the hate mail we will be getting.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
If that's the only hate mail we get, we'll be good. We'll be
I mean,
good.
it's like Seinfeld. Every problem could be solved with a cell phone. Like,
You're exactly right. Like, they just need to be able to talk or Google something. Come on. Oh, man.
nice.
That's too good.
Lord of the Rings, man.
Yeah.
Fucking battle axes.
Elijah Woods is...
Now, do they...
Gandalf?
Is the movie and, like, books and stuff, is that canon for these games? Or is it kind of its own thing?
Okay, so the cinematic trailer I just watched, I'm sure it kind of hinted at this throughout the game, but I played it, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, whenever it came out. I don't know, 3 years ago. So I don't really remember the exact story, but in the cinematic trailer, it just showed that the main character who you play, basically an elven spirit takes over you, and that's how you have all these powers in these games. And it just showed you, the main character, forging the ring to rule them all atop Mount Doom. So I don't know if that's actually what happened in like the books or not, but it was showing him forging the ring that all the movies are about. So I'm sure it probably ties in. Again, people are screaming. This dude has no idea what he's talking about.
Are you saying it's like a prequel then? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
I believe so.
Now, did you see a release date, or was it just kind of like, hey, we're making this game?
No. Did I see a release date? I don't know if I did. I've already forgotten. I don't know. I'm excited.
Fool of a took! That's what it says, right?
Oh, man. I'm seeing maybe August 22nd for all platforms, PC, Xbox One, PS4.
Okay.
I found like a Mithril edition. It's got a pretty crazy dragon statue.
Oh, cool.
Dude, dragons are rad.
Mirror in air.
I'm always there for some dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, so we got other news, guys. Do we want to move on?
Yeah,
Sure.
Let's do it.
I'm moving on, man. Here we go.
The red's red and black.
We had...
Sorry, I did.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I got invaded by a phantom. That's like an 80s rock phantom.
Dude, the best phantom.
Oh, man.
Speaking of invaded by phantom, guys, I have a little story to tell. I'm a little ashamed. Like, if you look at the history of my browser, it's oh man.
I don't.
Does it involve tentacles?
First, if you can crack through
the
solid layer of film over the screen and then get into the history. I'm just playing.
Ugh.
I've been like seriously balls deep in Dark Souls lore, trying to catch up with this game. Like, just like cue the guitar, like, just metal as fuck. This game is, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Never really thought I'd be into like grotesque spiders and stuff crawling around, and like weird battle axes and caring about crystals and stuff. But this game is super fun.
I like killing all that nasty stuff, though.
And Eagle, given your tastes and how long I've known you, I didn't think you'd take to this game, like you have.
I didn't either, man. It's got me by the throat as well.
Yeah,
played it all night, played it all morning. Jeez.
Honestly, the tech about it really has me kind of paying more attention to myself and my own anxiety than I really am about the enemies. And then once I finally get a good look at these bosses or enemies as I'm fighting, I'm like, whoa! Almost kind of like as if I were like in my everyday life, just defending justice and stuff and killing monsters. And I'm like, dude, this thing's way bigger than I thought. I'm Batman. Swear to me! But shooting crabs with microwaves and stuff in swamps and all that.
Yeah. I mean, I saw that crab ran away from us. That was terrifying.
I still have that video. I thought it was something we did. Nope. Turns out they can just go underground and get infinite HP back.
Yeah,
right back at
that's their Estus flask eating the mud.
I found Estus soup earlier.
Does any other enemy in the game have a regeneration dynamic like that?
Yeah,
totally.
I'm looking towards our Dark Souls Sherpa, Brent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, some bosses they have they can heal themselves. A lot of NPCs they have miracles that'll heal themselves. There's certain
wouldn't call that a miracle.
That's what they're called.
I know.
Yeah, I think the hook on this game is them using this like weird terminology that has like, at least in the English language, I don't know if it's a lost in translation kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at least words in the English translation, especially in Western English, like everybody out of my way while the linguistics professor walks in here on the podcast and tells you all about talking. But I'm just saying, like, I think they use a lot of terms that we in our everyday lives right now kind of associate with other things, and it gets, all the different little nuances of definition between, miracle versus a spell versus a, whatnot.
Pyromancy.
I don't know. I just find myself kind of having to reconfigure how I normally understand words with a lot of the descriptions, and I'm putting together the lore. But to get back to what I was saying, like, I've just been looking up. I mean, I have to say it because he did great work, and this is exactly from the other podcasts that I've listened to. Vadi Vidya put up some really good stuff. Really entertaining, and just kind of teaches you a lot of it is kind of his opinion, but he says that too. Of what he's put together. I bought a book called a digital book. Yeah, dude, I'm reading on the old tablet and all that, and I picked up. They had a guest on one podcast I listened to on Dark Souls had a guest last name of Killingsworth, and
what's the podcast name?
I mean, like, are we cool to be plugging people and stuff already, guys?
I mean,
just kind of
not?
realized, like, I mean, I'm gonna give credit where credit's due, kind of thing. But this, whole internet existence.
I mean, shout them out.
I don't want to offend anybody and all of a sudden have to deal with lawyer problems and all that when I'm just trying to be a good dude. But Bonfire Side Chats is one that Eagle found and kind of got me into, and I'm always one to really enjoy the extra effort as far as lore or aesthetics that people put into games. So it's been pretty fascinating, and plus the story is really like, I know I'm learning a lot of things that people are putting together in between. Like I don't want to call it all out fan fiction, but it's not like From has left anything there to tell you that you're wrong.
Yeah.
Other than these,
it seems really vague.
Waypoints to, weave your mandala of Dark Souls, if you will.
Jeez.
Do you like what I did there?
Yeah, I like that.
Yep. Got you, taking you on a ride of metaphor.
Love
but
it.
Anyway, the point is, long story short, is that I kind of lost what I was talking about. I just had a kind of a framework.
Long story short,
myself, and I was,
let me take a pause.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll be getting this video going soon. I'm finally feeling good playing it, so like I feel like I can really get some, footage up. Like I wanted to get the footage of me being a total noob because the way I get mad is like, I mean, I don't really like when I'm by myself. I don't really get mad or anything or like get scared, but like if I'm online or something and I'm not doing good at something, I'm usually good to kind of like say some ridiculous stuff. So I wanted to get all those juicy morsels on video, but I didn't want to just be struggling with the bumpers.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
It's
Nobody
like,
wants to
roll, man, roll.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just find I just think a lot of love has gone into these games. I admire them. You can call me a bandwagoner if you want. I don't know if I am or not. I just have this thing with plenty of resources that everybody seems to love. I like how all the games apparently are different. Brent, you've played them all. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, shoot.
They're saying like the world map on this one works a lot differently. Again, another source that I listened to about Dark Souls described it as this. Whereas in Dark Souls 1, the open world is regarded as a coiled snake.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Souls 2, it's like a hub and spoke type of design. And then they say that Dark Souls 3 is super linear. And they describe it as like a tree branch, like deep. And because you can zap around from bonfire to bonfire, that's how you get around in the world instead of everything having to physically be connected. And I just have to say, I really love this approach. I don't know if it pisses anybody off. I really like linear stuff. We talked last week about open world games and how like I want to get all of my money out of it, but I just won't because I'd rather be put through an experience most of the time. And so I really like this, how Dark Souls is like, you're going that way. There are a couple little branch offs you can take, but you usually got to double back and get that right back on, as Eagle calls it, the critical path, and get on with it.
Yeah, I really like how the game kind of splinters like that. I was in, for an example, I was on the Road of Sacrifices, had kind of fought my way through that, got to a boss, spoilers, beat that boss, the Crystal Sage.
Spoiler.
But so I moved on to another, part, the next stage, the cathedral, and having gone back to the Road of Sacrifices, co-oping with Jacob, after we split up, I kind of went another way, and just stumbled across a whole nother area, the Farron's Keep, that just was like you took a right when you should have took a left. You know, I never zagged.
You
Farron's
stumbled right
Keep?
into hell.
That's where you're supposed to go next, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to sound like a noob, but I mean, whatever. I'm just going.
Oh, I went
know
there, man.
Everybody's already figured this stuff out, but
Farron's
I'm
Keep
figuring it
has
out for the first
tasted
time.
my blade.
Word. I'm still at the swamp. I've gotten as far as that cathedral, but now I'm blocked off and I don't know exactly what to do next. So I double back to the swamp. I haven't fought the brothers, but I just killed this knight all the way over to the right. I don't really know east and west in the game, but
Yeah.
all the way
I know
over
what you're talking
to the right in the swamp, there's this tall giant knight that has this ridiculous parry move if he gets you with it. It's
Oh, yeah.
like a one-hit kill, but I have this awesome video of me just sneaking up behind him, though. Didn't even hear
Yeah?
it. Sneaky
Give him a
chokey,
little backstab.
dude, even in Lordran hey, Brent, is that where we are, Lordran?
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Right?
fucking Shadow Lordran, solid snake. Dropped off, dude. Kept you waiting, huh?
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I love the game. It's super cool. I've put 20 hours into it, and I don't think I'm close to the end. I just feel like there's a big chunk of game in here.
Dude, I've got like crazy anxiety because I don't want to accidentally kill the firekeeper.
Yeah. Funny you say that, actually.
Things like that.
Eagle, are you running around Embered for the most part?
Not usually.
Okay.
If I kill a boss or something,
Right.
I'll push, until I die with that stuff for sure.
Well, in the cathedral, if you're embered during a certain part in the cathedral, right before the boss fight of the deacons, you'll get invaded by an NPC that's wearing all of the thorn armor. It's been throughout all the games. But this armor is really cool. If you can kill him, you get his armor. And the cool thing about the armor is that when you roll, if you have any of it equipped, just one piece, when you roll by enemies, it'll actually hurt them and kind of stun them as you roll away or past.
Like that in it?
Yeah. So I have this armor on, and I'll go to the firekeeper to level up, or go to the handmaiden, or to the blacksmith, and I'll roll away from them real quick, just to get the dialogue out of there, so I can go to my menu, and it'll like hurt them every time, and they'll get like stunned and be like, "Ow, what are you doing?" or whatnot, and I'm always like, "Oh God, no!" like, but just that they won't aggro or stop selling to you, but I keep finding myself like my heart sinks whenever I roll away because I forget I have this armor on.
Dude, that's crazy. I love how you can completely screw yourself over by getting into a fight with one of these characters in the shrine and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's neat, like a mechanic in the game.
No mercy.
Well, so I know all three of us have been playing the Ghost Recon Wildlands Beta. How has this made you feel? Has this beta been good? Has it been bad?
Who's got it first? Balls in the air. Tip off.
I'll go first. I was really excited about it. More excited about it before I played the beta. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I can just see myself kind of getting into the repetition of just kind of scouting out this little base in the jungle, figuring out where all these guys are, wiping them off the face of the earth without them ever knowing, and not really struggling, and rinsing and repeating that.
Just humble brag about, hey CIA, here's your audio resume from Brent.
No, it's just you start off with a game and you're just like decked out. You got drones and you got silencers and you got all this stuff that like it's I don't know, the like 20 minutes I played.
No matter what character you created, they still give you the Chuck Norris at a barbecue cookout glasses and hat.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah, I didn't delve into the character creator and everything. I was like, I just want to play the beta to see how it is. And I'm like,
it was basically just like beards on beards on beards.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm like already in a ghillie suit and like all this crazy stuff.
Anybody from 300 on a Sunday.
Yeah. I don't know, it just seemed like I was instantly overpowered, and I didn't struggle with the game in the slightest, other than attempting to fly the helicopter, which is not like Battlefield helicopters.
Yeah. But Battlefield is clearly made for more sophisticated, competent age group.
Oh, yeah.
You know, than
I guess.
Yeah, and all around. Well, I mean, it could be.
It's more of a simulation
in that sense. Yeah, Ghost Recon has a good amount of blood and violence, so I mean, who knows?
It's definitely way over the top, you know. And I see where you're coming from, Brent, because you are kind of way OP for where they put you. But I will say this much: I played through kind of the whole starting area, and then they have what they call harder area unlocked in the beta as well. And Jacob and I were over there and just kind of got our teeth kicked in over and over and over again.
Oh, really?
Dude, helicopters and shit, man. It's like, now.
Yeah. It's legit. They ramp up the difficulty pretty hard, and I did notice when starting the beta off, they have a bunch of difficulty options, and playing on regular, it was fine. It wasn't too hard, but I could see if you ramp that up, it'd be real tough.
Was the missions more interesting? I mean, like the first one was fine, but I'm just saying I just felt like it was going to be that mission over and over and over again.
I don't know. In my opinion, it's really up to you if you want to make it interesting or not with these types of games.
Yeah.
Because I mean, no matter what they put in the dialogue box, it's still you go to the waypoint on your screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're clicking X on something. Whether it's to search intel, whether it's to plant a bomb, whether it's to interrogate, you go to the waypoint, you press X.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
go ahead.
No, I was going to say the story bits that I played, they did get pretty cool. It is. I definitely see you're going to have to kind of role play a little bit. You're going to have to sit on your couch at home, paint your face. Call your friend Charlie. Attack some tangos. Get real with it. But I think you can have a lot of fun. But yeah, it is, from what I saw, it was kind of repetitive as far as, scout the base, find the bad dude, interrogate the bad dude, get the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm. And it definitely has more of a feel on the arcade side of things than it does on a simulation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Side.
Yeah, but the vehicles they control terribly, but can be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, remember, it is just a beta, though. Not that I have to tell y'all, but, I mean, it is just a beta. So,
of course.
As far as being OP, as far as this and that, we don't know when the actual title, when it comes out. I know a couple of us are going to be playing it so we can get some stuff on the show and all that. So, a couple of us will be doing that. We don't know where it's going to start us. It might be a good old one soul in the middle of nowhere. And you just got to build from there, and they just kind of give you a beta setup so you're not wasting all the damn time trying to find a suppressor for your pistol.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I could see that. Could be fun.
And honestly, that's the way these Ubisoft games usually kind of start off, and that was the vibe I was getting. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't fun, and don't think by saying that is that it's bad. I just know what to expect. I kind of feel like these games all from Ubisoft, and I love Ubisoft personally. I have a lot of faith in them, but they are kind of like, to me, like the IKEA of video games in a sense. Like they all look a little
hard
different.
to put together.
Come with instructions, bud. But you get what I'm saying? Like 7 desks, each one looks a little bit different, but each one of them is probably going to have the same support bars in the different boxes. They're going to have the same nuts and bolts. The only differences are going to be the tabletops, the aesthetics on there. Not that I'm, Mr. IKEA or anything, but I'm just saying, like, this is the feel that I get from a Ubisoft game, and I say that lovingly because I already know what's coming. I have my single-serving wrench, my single-serving suppressed pistol, and I'm going to whip Jeeps around in an open world with a fresh paint job of a bunch of, nice earth porn, pretty vistas and stuff that, you can't ever reach. And it's just, like I turn it on and this is Division. This is Division. This is Far Cry. This is Watch Doge. This is And then with the driving, it's straight out of the Crew. Like, I know what I'm already getting into, and that's okay with me because, talking to Scott about it, I kind of came to a realization with some things, and I could be a hypocrite. I'm pretty fickle sometimes, but a little wishy-washy. But I was a product of the '80s, man. I love the Dungeons and Dragons and all that, and I kind of see Ubisoft as a dungeon master. You're playing with your different character sheets and stuff, but it's going to be the same rules. But the campaigns are going to be different every time you do them. They're going to be different looking, different items, and I'm going along with what Ubisoft happens to have today because I'm a big fan of Watch Dogs. I love the Splinter Cell series, especially the modern one. The past 3 of them have been so cool. So cool.
Yeah, you're a Sam Fisher fan over there?
Oh, yeah, man. Fifth Freedom, bud.
Ooh.
My 5'7".
Oh, God.
Just defending democracy.
You got to do what you got to do.
With my 3 green eyeballs.
Yeah, you're always arachnid out on the cover of that game, for sure.
But this one's flow, even though it looks like Far Cry, I mean, it's got... once you're playing with bros, it's a different game entirely. It is fun because they give you that sandbox. They let you play. But that fun's really up to you. And but it is a different game when you play with friends and stuff. And feels like, did y'all ever play Army of Two? It kind of has like a nice little flow like that, but without the aggro system. I wish there was a more complicated fighting dynamic instead of everybody just you're behind a wall and you shoot people until they're down. I kind of liked a team firefight thing going on. Kind of like how Rainbow Six Siege works. Different game, I know. But, if your whole point is you're a squad that, uses these specialty tactics to take down these forts. And so I just thought there would be a little bit more, something else besides a synchronized shot.
Yeah.
More tricks a group of 4 trained soldiers could do.
Well, I think they missed like a few big marks that I don't really know why they didn't go with. First of all, for me was a cover system. There doesn't seem to be like a hard cover system like The Division or something like that where you click a button. It seems like it's that kind of active style where if you're squatting next to a wall, he'll kind of put his shoulder against it.
Yeah, but and that's cool, but you're right. I agree with you. There's no cover button to switch cover, and I know that's in every modern Ubisoft game.
Yeah,
the A cover to cover run, and I was sorely missing that.
It seems like the game, like a perfect game for that, with the stealth and patience factor coming into a lot of the fights. And another problem that I had was that there's no like pick up and drag the bodies or hide evidence of your kills.
Yeah, I totally thought that was going to be part of it.
Weird.
I just kept wishing it were Solid Snake.
Yep.
Like the whole time. Then we'd get some grittier music and we'd get some crazier stories, and I don't know. I mean, like I said, I just kept thinking it was trying to be Metal Gear, but maybe that's the way that I play.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. But I guess just coming from playing the Phantom Pain, that's probably why. But yeah, that's kind of, it felt like it was trying to be an online version of the Phantom Pain to me. But again, I was just playing it, so I'm probably just thinking that.
Have y'all done GTA heists?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me what's that like, this or heists? Because I've read that comparison quite a bit in my musings about this game online.
I could see similarities.
Yeah.
Heists are more like multi-stage missions. Like you got 15 things to do. Like go get your uniforms, go get a van. Get scout out this spot.
Yeah.
Oh,
kind of, and your character, like your different team members, can kind of go off and kind of do their own thing. Which I guess you can do in Wildlands to a point. You're not tethered to each other at all.
Yeah, I mean, I see why
I don't
people
really
would
see a point to playing it like that, though.
I see why people would paint those parallels, but again, maybe it's just because I was just playing the Phantom Pain. It feels like it was trying to be that more than GTA Online. I mean, again, I can see why they would say that. It's kind of, you got a squad of people and you got guns and you got to go kill these guys and do this thing. And, there's different vehicles that people can pick up and it's an open world like that. So
can you get a flow going? Eagle, did you like map any paddles to it or anything?
I use my standard kind of, A and B setup that I've used for everything.
I should probably explain, with the Elite controllers, you can throw paddles on there. So that's kind of a new dynamic to a lot of games, at least for me, is getting in there and finding ways that I can flow better with a lot of stuff by remapping buttons to certain paddles, or et cetera, et cetera.
This game does seem, ripe for like a good setup like that, because it does seem like there's a lot of buttons and a lot of, gadgets and, things at your disposal. So, I can definitely see PC players on a mouse and keyboard, would be on a leg up for that.
As soon as it booted up, though, as far as buttons and gadgets, I knew exactly where I was. The first fort pulled up to, started sprinting, running. This game sorely needs a jumping dive for sprinting, by the way.
Needs a dolphin dive for sure, or slide or something.
Yeah.
Exact baseball slide, something. Again, just channeling Metal Gear, but even Splinter Cell Blacklist had a dive or a sliding. But anyway, game sorely needs a dive. Enough of that. But getting in there, immediately pressing up, sending up my drone, scouting everything out. Already, like, my brain already synced, and I just it's because I just got done with Watch Dogs 2, which I mentioned I wanted to play again, but now Dark Souls is just completely just
taking over,
dominating everything. But like after just going through Watch Dogs, it's like this is Ubisoft. This is their same setup. Like I already knew, and it was kind of fun. And I'm gonna spend a little bit more time with it. I don't know how much longer the beta is supposed to be open.
It's closed.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Then I'm glad we got some footage then. And all that. We'll be putting that up for the old.
I mean, it comes out in 8 days. So
okay.
Yeah, not too much longer. So it should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Other than that, I hope that, man, and I don't want to just list complaints. The map is huge, so there's probably plenty to find there. One thing I didn't like is that there was no movement boundaries, movement puzzles whatsoever. Like, I saw a fort, I could run right up to the fort, I can climb any surface, any one of them, and just crawl around on things until I could basically walk a straight line.
Yeah.
There's no nuances to the map or anything about having to sneak around things, having obstacles in your way, because you can literally climb almost anything. And just climb over stuff. So, I mean, I would have wanted a little bit more challenge as far as terrain and movement when approaching these. Like, this fort is really high up in the air. I have to think, me and my team have to think how to approach something when we have the low ground. But you know what you do when you're in any kind of problem in Ghost Recon? You find the dirt bike.
Oh, God.
And Rough Rider, bro. You just get it going, bro. Dude, this dirt bike is amazing. Nothing can knock you over. Nothing can take you out. You can't die. You're like, what?
Oh, my God.
Dude,
DMX, no.
You don't stop. You don't drop. But you still shut them down and open up a shop. Yep. Dude, dirt bike is the superior means of transportation in that game. It cannot be touched. And we'll have some footage of that, and it's straight out of Dark Souls. It grants any rider with invincibility for as long as you want.
So the dirt bikes are OP. Is that what just happened?
I don't know. I heard a 1998 polyphonic ringtone of DMX. I don't know what happened.
Polyphonic ringtone.
Oh my goodness.
Jack Bauer sprint flown, like just playing.
My God.
1999 was a weird year for music.
Yeah.
Strange.
Was.
But it's smooth. I love the shooting. I just, like when I'm shooting people, you get that nice little cloud of red mist and all that. It's real smooth. I can see them. It's not. I don't have to rely on the crosshair going red to just assume I'm gonna get a hit. Like, I see their heads snap back and stuff. Not that I'm like sadistic or anything. I just don't like. I don't know. I just like where we've come with this tech, and it's more immersive, and it's it's good to see that I'm done with one. I can go on to the next instead of just be frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Try to shoot
I'm excited for it to come out.
Sprites.
so we can screw around, see what we can do in that world, and shut down the cartel. No more drugs.
Yeah, I don't. The theme is a little edgy considering the climate. I don't want to be a big old toilet flush. Like as far as political climate, that's all I'm going to say. But I don't know.
It does seem a little bit weird to just drop 4 white guys in the middle of Bolivia and they're like, handle it.
It's just an extremely, scriptatron national security. A certain government has all the answers for all the world type of scenario, and that means we can just kill people and it's okay. And we're giving this to our 15-year-old kids to think that's all right. I don't know. Like don't toilet flush me if that's even a thing. I just don't. I just don't know what I think about that plot right off the bat. But it's not about plots, to everybody and all that.
Yeah, this seems like a check all the boxes off the map type of game, not so much as see where the story is.
Yeah. I just don't want anybody being all like easily influenced by what's going on in the news right now and things people are saying, and then have this game come out that just kind of lists reasons why there should be a wall, quote unquote. I don't know if that's the best idea. I just get the idea that this game was supposed to be something else. I'm not saying it's bad. I just think it was supposed to be something else, and then they just kind of scraped it together, and this is what they're shipping it as.
Yeah.
A lot of it looks a lot like that original Division demo video that I saw. With the drones and tagging people with the orange circles over their heads, specifically the orange circles over their heads and stuff. Mm-hmm. When you're tagging peeps with a drone, I don't know if y'all remember that when they're in the police, parking lot. Whatever. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot.
No, that was the original hype train for the Division.
Yeah,
that was. Oh my God! Look how good it looks, and looks like so much fun. Which it was.
Drones, baby. Drone thugs in harmony, dog.
Well, so I want to talk to you guys about something.
What's that?
So I started up a game the other day that I never finished. Kind of felt bad about, and that was Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that game, dude. Those games are so fun.
It's okay. It's not my favorite. I know you like it a whole lot more than I do.
Oh, dude, trust me. I'm aware that my tastes are strange. I don't think I'm not poo-pooing you at all. I know I like weird stuff. I don't even know why I like the things that I like. So.
But all that to say, I started playing again. Got a few more hours into it. It's a great game. But do you guys have any other games that you've kind of bounced off of, but want to get back to?
Jacob.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry, dude. Thought I was talking a lot lately. I was gonna.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, all of them. Nearly every one in my library. Please don't get mad at me. I just have a lot of stuff I like to do, and gaming is one of them. But I don't know if it's me or just the sheer amount of content that's coming out lately. Again, I don't want to beat on a dead horse talking about last week. My personality is just, man, if you don't put me on rails and put me through it, I risk not seeing what you put together for me. And I know that's my problem. But dude, I still need to go back to Watch Dogs 2 and finish some side missions. I still need to finish pieces of Far Cry 4. Still need to finish Mad Max. Still need to finish the rest of Final Fantasy 15. Still need to finish, dude. Let's go. Still need to finish Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Yeah, I'm on that boat with you too. Damn it! I feel bad about that one.
I just thought there was gonna be so much more to it. Dice. I love this game. Everybody loves this little cult classic weird game. A little bit more, buds. A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah, I'll go on forever because that's the story of my digital life is going to the next one before finishing the first. What about you, Brent?
Yeah, I mean, straight off, I have to go and finish Metal Gear, The Phantom Pain. We got sidetracked by this Dark Souls 3, which Dark Souls 3 totally fine. Hey, that can take all my time if it needs. But yeah, I'm really excited to get back into The Phantom Pain because I've totally fallen in love with this game and for all the right reasons. Also, I was actually telling Eagle a little bit earlier, I bought this game called Stranded Deep. because I've been seeing some Subnautica, people playing Subnautica a lot lately. I think it just got an update
I heard
and a
about
lot of new
that.
stuff. Yeah, and so I've been watching people play it. And then I remembered the game Stranded Deep that I got. It's pretty much the same kind of idea. You wake up on a desert island after a plane crash, and you got to collect sticks and rocks to make weapons and tools, and then build like a fire to be able to sleep through the night. And you have to collect rainwater, or you can like boil water out, things like that. And dive down into wrecks and find certain items and things like that. I had a lot of fun with it for about 6 hours, and I believe then Battlefield 1 came out, which is another game that I need to go back to, especially because they just came out with the They Shall Not Pass DLC, which I totally could have segued into that from Shadow of Mordor. But the They Shall Not Pass DLC just released last week, I think. I don't know when exactly, but there's 4 new maps. They all look enormous. I think they're like a lot.
Premium pack is still on sale too.
Oh, is it? From on Xbox? Was it on?
Yeah, for Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I got the premium edition, so I have all this stuff. I just haven't actually downloaded it. Yeah, there's 4 new maps. Some of them look really pretty. I don't know exactly what they're called, but one is like covered in these red wildflowers, and it just looks so pretty. But obviously it's like death and destruction of World War I is going on in the background. There's a new behemoth.
Horses and
yeah,
behemoth.
Yeah,
is it a train or plane or automobile?
It's a tank that it's enormous, and from the gameplay that I've seen, it can 2-shot any tank, the heavy ones specifically, and I think it can 1-shot the light tanks and the lighter vehicles. It looks like this thing is taking like the AT rockets, which is like basically one of the main things that the assault class uses to take down vehicles, and it's doing like 1 damage per shot to this thing. So
jeez,
it's slow, it's big, but it is devastating on the battlefield. I'm looking to jump into some planes and see if I can take this thing down.
Get your Red Baron on, huh?
Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm probably gonna download the full DLC after this, and probably jump into a couple matches. There's some new guns that I'm kind of excited about. There's a new elite class, the Trench Clubber, I think it's what it's called. He's like just armored up and has like a trench club.
Is he like raving or?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
The club. I got you.
Club. Yeah.
Hangouts.
Like spikes.
Hangouts.
Oh, right.
Can't say club.
But bathhouses? Is that okay? What?
I don't know.
Where am I?
Never been in.
Oh my God! Get me out of here.
Other than that, I think those are the only 2 games that I really need to jump back into. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple missions I want to finish up in the Battlefield campaign.
Oh yeah.
I have the Lawrence of Arabia, and there's one more I need to do. But I did really enjoy those. Did you play through those, Brent?
Honestly, it's strange. This is the first game that I haven't played the campaign. I jumped straight into the multiplayer. I think I played the campaign only because it was loading up on my computer, and it said I could play the campaign. Like 33% downloaded. So I just I just played that until it was fully downloaded, and it was fine. I liked it. It was interesting for the most part. It's a well polished game. It's fun, but I haven't went back to it at all, and honestly, I don't plan on it.
Really? You don't plan on it?
No, I really love Battlefield's multiplayer.
Yeah, I mean, as far as DLCs go, I'm happy that these are starting to come out more frequently, even though I have to pace myself so I don't just spend all my money on the stuff. But with the Watch Dogs 2 DLC coming out soon. I want to play that, finish up Dark Souls 3, get the DLC with that. And as I understand, there's another one coming out, and people apparently are flocking to Dark Souls 2 again for whatever reason. I remember, Scott, you mentioning that to me. Actually, can I ask about that?
Yeah,
since
I'm
we
listening.
have Brent here to kind of maybe, Eagle, can you tell him what you told me?
Well, yeah, I was reading on like some Reddit and some other communities. They're going back and playing through Dark Souls 2 for the next couple weeks to kind of get ready for the new DLC for Dark Souls 3. Apparently is going to have some nods towards that, or maybe some story bits to intertwine with that.
Okay.
So, yeah, that should be exciting. That comes out at the end of March.
Okay. Usually
Yes,
for the
indeed.
for the Dark Souls DLCs, I do not pay attention to them at all because I've seen in the past that, at least in my opinion, even like the cinematic trailers or whatnot for the DLCs kind of ruin it for me. Like I kind of know what's going on, and I'm not as
Yeah, you
shocked.
come in blind.
Yeah, that's Dark Souls. You got to come in blind. I started.
Yeah.
I guess that's another one I need to finish is the Ashes of Arendelle DLC for Dark Souls 3. I haven't finished that because that I have on my PC and I've been playing on the Xbox. So yeah, I don't know why what the interest in Dark Souls 2 is, again, because I don't pay attention, but I mean the Ashes of Arendelle is a nod to the Painted World from Dark Souls 1. So now I'm actually really excited about this, the second and last DLC for Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, the Ringed City, I believe is what it's called.
The Ringed
Ringed
City.
City.
Okay.
I don't want to go there. I'm scared.
Oh. Yeah, Ashes of Arendelle scares me.
Yeah, you get them on your night.
You know, if they do a Dark Souls 4, do you think it would work if they did like an open map like Metal Gear or Final Fantasy?
No.
You don't think it would work?
No, not off the top of my head. I hope they wouldn't do that.
Well, they have to progress your skill and difficulty, like in some metered fashion. You know,
And
They
so
want
they
you
do
going
that
to
by
fight.
closing off areas to you.
yeah.
I mean,
Well-
they could always do it like the older Zelda games. You can't open this door until you have this key, and you don't get this key until you beat that enemy, and you can't beat that enemy without this item.
And that's just kind of a different map layout, and I guess they totally could.
I don't know. I just musings of being able to, you know, a lot of the games that I could not come back to are all centered around the fact that they're open world. And I was enjoying Dark Souls so much, I bet I could probably, you know, do that. Jive with the open. So speaking of rocket-powered cars that play soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw one of those in the cathedral.
Solar eclipses. Bow,
Yeah.
bow,
Nailed an aerial goal right on
bow,
the skeleton's
bow,
face. Didn't even
Yeah.
see it coming.
Nah, nah, solar eclipses. Actually, no.
Yeah,
I know
dude.
there was an update because the music's different now. It's like a remix of that. We're never coming down. Wow, 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 wow.
That
So
classic
Rocket League had
tune.
an update.
Yeah, dude, they threw out the Hot Wheels update hit this week.
It sure did. Brent loves Rocket League.
I
Yeah.
cannot get enough of it.
Dude,
How many
just
goals
buy
you
it.
got, Brent?
Oh, at least one.
Dude, Brent,
Have you
it's
got
one
to
of the best games out there, bud? We're coming up on some kind of anniversary of it being released, right? For the Xbox, at least.
Yeah, I think so. It's
It was
probably
like April or May, 2 years ago.
last year.
Last year, it's only been 1 year. Man, these
For
guys have been
Xbox.
on it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, understood. Friends, these guys have been on it with their updates, new stuff coming out, and then even just a few months in, blending that move where they blended the servers. That was just,
That was really cool.
man.
Throwing the
that was
PC
cool.
and Xbox guys together.
Oh, really? With the Windows 10 update deal?
No, Steam.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, cool.
Yeah, so like unless
for
you
them.
turn it off, Brent, like if you play it on your Xbox, you can get thrown in a game with a team made up of PC and Xbox players.
Oh, that's really cool.
And
Yeah,
they've also
apparently-
announced that they have the server network for PlayStation, but they can't get the console guys to sign off on that. But they said it's ready and working if they
Not-
ever can get an agreement.
Did they say why that
Yeah.
was? Why they won't sign off?
I mean, you could probably answer
personal-
that yourself.
Personal decisions on the part of Sony. We don't need to speak for
Yeah.
multi-million-dollar conglomerates and such.
I
But
was just
you know,
curious.
Yeah,
Well, no.
dogs and
I'm
cats.
not saying
Dogs
don't
and
be
cats.
curious. I just don't want to sit here and start being like fucking Sony
Yeah.
with their
Yeah.
fucking, with their suits and their. I don't know why they wouldn't blend it all, but
Yeah.
you know.
I feel like that's coming eventually, though.
I mean, it might have something to do with wasn't Rocket League like free to play? I could be full of S right now, but
It was
I thought
launched.
Rocket League was free to play for PlayStation users, so maybe they just have too big of a player base.
Yeah, to my knowledge, it was launched as free download, like for PlayStation Plus 1 month.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was one of the most downloaded free PlayStation games of all time, and has a huge player base. On PlayStation.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I heard that's one of the things that was keeping Demon Souls alive was the PlayStation player base too. Like that was made to go on indefinitely. I'd recently heard.
I cannot speak for that. I haven't played it. Is it on Steam or Xbox? Do you guys know?
What,
Demon Souls?
Demon Souls. Yeah.
I have no idea.
I thought
I
it was
can
PlayStation.
Google that real quick.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was PlayStation only.
Like with Bloodborne. Bloodborne's PlayStation only.
Yeah. They had to. That's why the names are different.
Mm-hmm.
I think because of legal
Yeah,
agreements.
PS3 was the only platform it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Solar
Ah.
eclipses.
Everyone loves it.
Man. So, what do you guys have planned for the week? More Dark Souls, I guess?
Well, I am on the last boss right now. I've pretty much, for the most part, got all the stuff that I wanted to get through my first run. So I'll probably beat the last boss, and then I want to jump back into Metal Gear. But I mean, if you guys are going to be on, I'll be playing some Dark Souls 3.
There will be time. I can't keep up with it, but I know that I wanted to hear what Eagle had to say about what's coming up with Overwatch.
Oh.
Yeah, just real quick, we'll throw that out there. They showed a little teaser for a new hero, or heroes, possibly, which, has me and my circle real excited. Love some Overwatch. But, so there's been a lot of buzz about this potential new character, Doomfist, who's been talked about, and recently actor Terry Crews was having a petition to do the voice for it.
Of course.
Found her at a truck stop.
Gave her the Doomfist.
Yeah.
But so recently, Jeff Kaplan, one of the directors of the game, has said that the next hero is not who we think it is. So that's interesting because everybody thinks it would be Doomfist. But then they tweeted out a fake news story about an 11-year-old girl building robots. So who knows, man? Who knows?
Thunder Punch.
Eagle, are you excited?
Yeah, man. I'm excited at anything Overwatch.
Good.
That's my favorite game of the year for sure.
I haven't jumped in yet.
It's really good. One of my faves.
Jacob sounds excited over there. Jacob, you excited about Overwatch?
I just can't get into it. But I recently heard that they've put in some different game types like Capture the Flag. Are those still around, Eagle, or is that just like an event?
Well, so it was for an event, and it has been pulled for a time period, but it's the Capture the Flag's coming back. But they have added other game types like 1v1, 3v3, and then matches with different rules. And on their beta servers, or their PTR, their public test realm, they have custom games with a server browser. So you can find like weird games, like equivalent to something like Halo's Action Sack, or things like that, to where players can kind of create their own experiences.
Cool.
Yeah, seems neat. Be a cool thing to try out for sure if someone wants to jump in.
Hell, easy. I got it. There's so much going on, man.
Yeah.
I never really took to it.
Yeah,
But it's there.
A lot of games out there.
I'm under the impression that I'm so late to the party now that it wouldn't even matter.
Same here.
I don't think that's the case. It's
Like
it can
with
be
Halo or Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Like if you're not on that first wave.
yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out.
You're just getting pwned.
Pwned, man. You
Is
noob.
that what the kids still say? Fucking pwned.
Oh, for sure.
It's lit.
Do.
Hey, at least they're not sitting there saying like awful things like they did 5-10 years ago online. Like, I just raped that guy. Dude, that's gross. Oh, you mean figuratively? You're better than him at a video game. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure they still say that.
Oh, why wouldn't they? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Jacob doesn't play a lot of Call of Duty, apparently.
Yeah.
They still fuck my mom, and, you know.
They're still
I'm
fucking
still a
your mom in
hacker.
Call of Duty?
Dude, hell yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I still feel so bad for my mom.
Yeah,
She's
my
had
God.
it rough over the past 10 years.
I don't know. People used to have an affiliation for or affinity or whatever, some strange desire to drop N-bombs all the time.
It's edgy,
Yo,
dude.
Y'all remember
Yeah,
those edgy days where people want to do that? All these little 12-year-olds saying these things. You're just like, oh, man.
They're still out there, man. They are.
I'm sure they are.
Forever and always.
As will we be out there forever and always for our listeners
Si,
of
senor.
our new campaign of internet wonder.
Yeah.
Taking over.
Do you guys have anything else to cover before we wrap up?
That's all I got for now.
Hell yeah, bud. We got it knocked up. 3 brothers, 1 passion. And
Is it the tagline for Wildlands?
And my bow. Yeah, I'm looking forward for Wildlands to come out. Let's see what's up, and we'll fucking get it going on some dirt bikes, bud. Just
Oh no! Oh no!
now you on the floor. We didn't ever saw this Ghost Recon. That's all I have.
How beautiful, man. Good for you.
Oh.
Realest shit I never wrote.
You're gonna really test my editing skills.
17. Yo, mama!
All right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us. We really appreciate you for listening.
Thanks.
Keep an eye out for more endeavors coming soon. Maybe some Let's Plays and videos of these shenanigans.
Yeah.
But we'll get at you guys next week. For Brent, Jacob, and Scott, you guys have an excellent week. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.